Hey, check one, check two. It's G from the Academy. Welcoming you to another Health is Wealth. Pausing for just a second to look at the distant lights across Spey Bay, glistening, somewhat like a Christmas tree. Nice. Anyway, I'd like to bring you a little story from the news about something that affects everybody in the modern world. One of the most dangerous drugs that exists in society is sugar. And in order to maintain relatively good physical and mental health, we need to monitor and reduce our intake of what I would call unnatural sugars. Now, if you're in the health and fitness industry, you already know this. And there's a little bit of the cure in every poison. And what that means is it's not all bad, but we need to raise our level of awareness. Here we go. Sweet little lies. How food companies hide the sugar of their food products from you. Let's read this article. Consuming a lot of sugary food and drinks has been linked to dreadful diseases such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Unfortunately, despite these negative effects of sugar on health, a lot of people still consume sinful amounts of it. The average American may be eating around 15 teaspoons or 60 grams of added sugar per day. But this isn't because people are knowingly putting lots of sugar on their food. The culprit is most likely packaged and processed food. They may be marked as healthy, but packaged and processed foods are loaded with hidden sugars. So here are 8 ways food companies hide sugar in their products. And what pops into my head specifically are 2 things. One is that the breakfast cereals that have huge amounts of sugar loaded into them. Another is that sugar is added to a lot of meat products. And then, of course, not to mention the fizzy pop soda drinks that um, parents give to their kids, which is, in my opinion, a form of child abuse when you don't give your children the right nutrients that their body needs. Anyway, my views are extreme, and who cares about what I think? Number 1. Giving sugar different names. The term sugar is most commonly used to identify the short-chain carbs that give your food a sweet taste. However, sugar goes by countless names including glucose, fructose, and sucrose. But there are many other unfamiliar names used for sugar. To avoid accidentally consuming lots of sugar, look out for the following ingredient names. Dry sugar, such as barley malt, beet sugar, brown sugar, cane sugar, castor sugar, powdered sugar, corn sweetener, fruit juice concentrate, golden sugar, palm sugar, and maltose. Syrups, golden syrup, high fructose corn syrup, which is basically just poison, malt syrup, and carob syrup. 2. Using different types of sugar. The ingredients in food products are listed in descending order by weight. Food manufacturers often take advantage of this. For example, they use smaller amounts of 3 or 4 types of sugar in one product to make their products appear healthier. These sugars then appear further down on the ingredients, making a product seem low in sugar. So when you're buying food, read food labels all the way to the bottom and look out for different types of sugar. 3. Adding sugar to foods you would least expect. Cakes or candies are known to have high amounts of sugar, but do you know that some foods that aren't really sweet could be loaded with sugar also? Breakfast cereals, mentioned that, spaghetti sauce, and yogurt are some of the foods you would not expect to contain lots of sugar. Yogurt, interesting. 4. And in fact, I remember a story from a few years ago where some yogurts were analyzed and there were no dairy products in the yogurts at all. And that's just scary. 4. Using healthy sugars or alternative sweeteners instead of sucrose. Food companies make their products appear healthy by using alternative sweeteners instead of sugar. They also put labels like "contains no refined sugar" or "refined sugar-free" on their products' packaging. This means they don't contain white sugar. Artificial sugars can appear healthier because they have a slightly lower glycemic index score than regular sugar and provide some nutrients, which are usually very low. Moreover, unrefined sugar is still added sugar. Common high sugar sweeteners that are often labeled healthy include agave syrup, birch syrup, and cane sugar. These sweeteners are still sugar, so consume them sparingly. Just for transparency, I put sugar on my organic natural yogurt this morning. We do it to ourselves. We do just us and no one else. 5. Mixing added sugars with natural sugars on the ingredients list. Natural sugars, which come from fruits and vegetables, aren't a health concern, unlike added sugars. However, food labels often combine added and naturally occurring sugar together into one total amount. This makes it difficult to determine how much sugar is naturally in your food and how much is added. If you are eating mostly whole unprocessed foods instead of packaged or processed foods, most of the sugars you'll consume are natural. Yeah, don't eat the packaged stuff. Yeah, the box stuff, the bag stuff. Basically when you go to a supermarket, you should just go to the fruit and vegetable section. Get stuff from there and leave. And maybe pick up a pint of full fat milk, right? 6. Adding a health claim to products. Many food companies often put health claims on their products to lure people into purchases. It's the marketing. The most common examples are labels like natural, healthy, low-fat, diet, and light. These labels are often used to confuse consumers into thinking that unhealthy processed food is good for them. Yes, in a marketing context, confused is abused, basically. While these products may be low in fat and calories, they are typically loaded with added sugar. 7. Reducing the serving size. Food manufacturers often decrease the portion size to make products appear lower in sugar. They often list a much smaller amount than what you would consume in one sitting. To avoid this, carefully examine the number of servings per container. If a small food item has multiple servings, you might be eating more sugar than you intend. And 8, producing sweet versions of a low sugar brand. Yeah, this is going in the opposite direction from healthy. Low sugar brands may still spin out sugar-loaded products. This practice is common with breakfast cereals. For example, a whole grain cereal that is low in sugar may be produced in new packaging with added flavors or different ingredients. This can mislead consumers who may see that the new version is just as healthy as their usual choice. Everything is designed to confuse you. The best way to avoid being misled by food products is to limit your consumption or completely avoid packaged and processed foods. Said that already. If you do buy these products, carefully check the ingredients to spot added sugar on food labels. Don't buy anything without checking the ingredients label. Of course, you can't do that with an apple, can you? So they find ways around it. Have you seen those videos where um, they wash the wax off of the fruit? Some of the fruit is wax coated. Quite frightening. Sources for this article include ecowatch.com, nia.nih.gov, and healthline.com. This article was published at naturalnews.com on the 25th of September 2019. Beware of what you put into your body. This is G from the Academy reminding you that health is wealth. Wherever you are, have a great day.